Before Gutenberg's press, imagine a world where knowledge truly flowed, but at a glacial pace. A single book wasn't a commodity, it was a monumental undertaking, often a life's work. Picture a quiet scriptorium, bathed in candlelight. Our unsung hero, the medieval scribe, hunched over parchment, quill in hand, day after day, meticulously copying text, letter by painstaking letter, every stroke a testament to immense patience. This wasn't quick print on demand. A single Bible took years. The sheer labor made books incredibly rare, astronomically expensive. Owning one was a status symbol, a luxury for the wealthiest nobles, scholars, or the hallowed libraries of monasteries. Knowledge wasn't democratic. It was a guarded treasure, confined behind stone walls. The spread of ideas? Slower than molasses. Access to information? Severely limited. This shaped societies, dictating who learned what and at what cost. Truly a world before the press.
Greetings, history enthusiasts. Sir Chuckleton here, ready to illuminate another aha moment. Medieval Europe, a tapestry of ideas, but knowledge spread was agonizingly slow. Books were hand-copied, expensive, and error-prone. A single typo could truly rewrite history. Enter Johannes Gutenberg, a true Renaissance engineer. His genius wasn't one invention, but a symphony. First, movable type. Not entire pages carved, but individual, reusable metal letters. A stroke of modular brilliance. Think Lego bricks for literature. Next, the ink. Water-based inks failed metal type. Gutenberg perfected oil-based ink. Richer, stickier, it adhered perfectly, producing crisp, dark impressions, a legibility game-changer. Finally, the machine, the printing press. Adapting wine presses, he engineered a device applying consistent, immense pressure. A beautiful fusion of existing mechanics and novel application. It wasn't just a machine, it was a knowledge multiplier. The impact? Staggering. Books became affordable, literacy soared, information spread like wildfire, fueling the Reformation and Renaissance. Gutenberg didn't just print Bibles, he printed the future. His mechanical genius truly democratized knowledge. A veritable earthquake.
Good day, curious minds. Sir Chuckleton here, ready to dive into a veritable tsunami of paper. Before the printing press, information was a luxury. Scribes toiled, painstakingly copying manuscripts by hand. Imagine waiting years for a single book. It was an artisan's craft, so books were astronomical in price, only for the elite, the monasteries. Then, around 1440, a fellow named Gutenberg, with movable type, flipped the script. Literally. Books could now be produced with astonishing speed. What took months for one copy now took days for hundreds. The cost plummeted, and literacy, once niche, began its inevitable climb. This wasn't just about cheaper books. It was about unleashing a torrent. Imagine the world's first viral content. Pamphlets spreading radical ideas like wildfire, scientific discoveries circulating faster than gossip, and religious debates exploding. Many more people could access knowledge, challenge authority, and form their own opinions. The printing press didn't just print words, it printed progress. It ignited intellectual, religious, and political revolutions. Society transformed from one where information was hoarded to one where it flooded the streets. A seismic shift, wouldn't you agree? All thanks to an ingenious contraption and a lot of ink. Ah, good fellows. Imagine knowledge guarded like dragon's gold, painstakingly copied, slow as molasses. Then, boom! The printing press arrived. Suddenly, ideas, like wildfire, escaped dusty cells and whispered elites. Think of it! The original internet, but with more parchment. This information explosion printed challenges. Martin Luther, an outspoken monk, penned his critiques. Thanks to Gutenberg, his 95 Theses became a bestseller. The church lost control. This seismic shift empowered individuals to question dogma, sparking the Reformation. This inquiry spilled into science. If religious truths were re-examined, why not scientific ones? Copernicus and Galileo dared suggest Earth wasn't the universe's center. Audacious. They used observation, not ancient texts, to remap heavens. So from monks' pamphlets to star charts, rapid knowledge didn't just spread facts, it ignited revolutions. When ideas travel freely, authority, however ancient, must be accountable. An enlightening, explosive period indeed.
Good day, history enthusiasts. Sir Chuckleton here, ready to ink a tale of linguistic shift. For ages, European thought thrived in Latin, a grand universal tongue. But imagine all wisdom in just one exclusive language. Then came the printing press, a true game changer. Suddenly, books for everyone, not only scholars. Crucially, they weren't solely Latin. Printers began using common, everyday languages, the vernacular. This was revolutionary. Local dialects, once deemed rustic, found their way into print. They gained legitimacy, becoming languages of learning and law for the common folk. A humble German dialect, now in a book. This elevated dialects, and crucially, began standardizing them. Countless books in French or English fostered common spellings and grammar, a continent-wide style guide. This shared linguistic experience wove a powerful new tapestry, shared identity. People reading similar books, seeing their language respected, felt part of a nation. No longer just the local, but truly a German or Frenchman. Language became a cornerstone of emerging national consciousness. The printing press didn't just print words, it printed nations. Good day, curious chroniclers. Sir Chuckleton here, with a tale of measurement and magnificent maps. Imagine a world where your foot was a foot, but your neighbor's was different. Chaos! Sharing science then was like whispering secrets in a hurricane. How could an astronomer map heavens if observatories used unique units? Or an anatomist detail the body without a shared visual language? The key, universal metrics and reliable diagrams. Think Galileo, telescope in hand. His meticulous lunar crater drawings shared across Europe were data. Then the printing press. Identical maps and scientific texts journeyed across continents. No more laborious hand-drawn copies, each adding inaccuracies. This wasn't just tidiness, it built a shared reality. Standardized longitude and latitude transformed navigation, making global exploration safer, trade efficient. Shared anatomical charts allowed physicians to learn. Measurement, once arbitrary, became a universal tongue. From microbe to galaxy, understanding truly began when we all agreed on what a foot or degree meant.
Welcome, History Hounds! Sir Chuckleton here, ready to unearth a seismic shift, the birth of public opinion. Before the internet, before radio, even before widespread books, how did ideas spread? Enter the unsung heroes, the humble pamphlet, and the nascent newspaper. Imagine a bustling 17th century European city. News wasn't instant, it was handwritten, whispered, or shouted. But a quiet revolution began. Printing presses made small, unbound booklets, pamphlets, accessible. These were cheap, quick, and often fiercely polemical. Think viral tweets of their era, igniting debates on politics and theology. Then came the true game changer, the regular, serialized newspaper. These broadsheets aggregated reports, transforming isolated tidbits into a shared narrative. For the first time, a dispersed populace consumed the same stories, forming a public sphere, a virtual town square for collective thought. This wasn't just about facts, it created a shared reality. Citizens became participants in a grand conversation, their opinions shaping governments and societies. From whispers to a roaring chorus, public opinion forever changed power. all from a simple sheet of paper. Before Gutenberg's ingenious press, knowledge was a communal feast, whispered among scholars, debated in bustling agoras, or painstakingly copied by patient scribes. It was a shared experience, a public discourse, often dictated by memory and the authoritative voice. But then, a mechanical revolution. Suddenly, books, once rare treasures, became accessible commodities. This wasn't just about faster production. It was a seismic shift in how we thought. The press fostered the rise of the individual reader. No longer was learning solely a collective act. One could retreat to a quiet corner, a flickering candle, and engage with ideas directly, privately. This solitude, dear friends, ignited the engine of critical thinking. When you can hold multiple texts in your hand, compare arguments, spot contradictions, your own intellect becomes the final arbiter. You're not just accepting, you're analyzing. This personal engagement laid the groundwork for modern philosophy. Think Descartes, pondering his very existence in isolated thought. I think, therefore I am. Or Kant, emphasizing individual reason as the cornerstone of morality and understanding. The printing press didn't just disseminate information, it cultivated the inner world of thought, carving out a space for independent intellectual journey. From communal chatter to solitary contemplation, a profound and enduring echo.
Ah, the printing press, a humble contraption, yet its gears ground not just ink onto paper, but also the very bedrock of our modern information age. Johannes Gutenberg, a name etched into history, didn't just invent a machine, he catalyzed a revolution. Before him, knowledge was a scarce, hand-copied commodity, locked away in monastic libraries. Imagine the sheer effort. Monks toiling for years on a single tome. Then, whoosh! Gutenberg's press democratized learning, scattering ideas like seeds across fertile minds. Fast forward to today. Our press is no longer metal and wood, but silicon and light. The digital age is an echo, an hyperbolic amplification of Gutenberg's dream. We now hold entire libraries in our pockets. Information streams instantly, globally, at the speed of thought. It's an astonishing shift, isn't it? Yet the parallels persist. Just as Gutenberg faced challenges of accuracy and dissemination, we grapple with fake news and information overload. The responsibility remains the same, discerning truth from noise. The tools have changed, but human curiosity and skepticism are timeless constants. A digital echo indeed.